Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Cade, you're set to do the honors here, and we are underway from Cleveland. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Burrow to throw right away. Forced out to his left. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And Nixon not going to get there. A lot of it wrong here, and they'll stop him short. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right in the yard.
11.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. To the air again, Burrow. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he could turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
To throw on second is Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go option to the short side. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to have the Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice 1st down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter, get it to your guy in space. And he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in 1st and goal.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll try again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that's going to be caught from range. Touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones there to make the grab. And the Browns post the first points minutes of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Once again, they run with Mixon. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They're going to run the football. But that means they probably won't run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away that falls incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense is playing thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Gun.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Got a man. It's Schwartz complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Watson off play action. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. With a catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, a heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
On third down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Ready?
Burrow going for it on fourth. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw on second and 10, Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
Hey, we gotta go score.
Burrow will throw. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a a big play, but he could not pull it in. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 27, Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jamar Chase, 35 yards. And the Bengals take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this third quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points, and not really with a lot of hope, but with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Cooper will come in motion right. On 1st and 10, Watson. Swings this out for Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now Chubb running right. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
DJ Reader there on the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw, Watson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Watson. It's caught. Cooper. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That third down conversion good for 23.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Watson. Touchdown! 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, 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 and finally the haymaker to put that drive away.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. On one, ready? Burrow looking to pass. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple, because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 39 that time. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. York able to send this one through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. The time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They get it. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Boyd. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now Burrow on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
11 empty, 11 empty.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadavian Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
11, 11, 11.
Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Burrow. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football.
NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the San Francisco 49ers. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now on 2nd and 13. Brady airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Chris Godwin. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talked about.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Buccaneers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Succa. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Lance with a tap forward on a jet sweep. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Ready. And cycle.
To throw, it's Lance. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Man open. That's Ray McCloud. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Colts 34-yard line. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, 34 yards. And the 49ers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Well, the jet sweep. This is Godwin. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. On second down, here's Fournette. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they can...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Now Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 7-7, our score after 1. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Up the gut, Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 14-7. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And Lance going to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I'd get a few more yards if I just lowered my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Levante David in on the tackle.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 5 yards on the play there. It's a drive to continue.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off of play action, here's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Let's go. Hey, full fury. Ready?
McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And just a yard to go here on second down. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Brady now on first down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now a play fake, Brady. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to revert. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Russell Gage, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Bust like that at just about every position. And sometimes if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Play action. Now it's Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On play action, Lance. And he's taken down inside the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Ready. Black ultra.
Lance now on first down. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Flag 2. Cross red. Yellow. Blue. Red. Cycle.
Again, it's Lance. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Gold to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And this will be caught at the 30. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. Succop's kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take,
punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter. That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 83 yards for him on the ground there as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now a play fake. Lance. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Lance looking to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The former first-round pick, Eric Armstead, the one who got in there to make that play. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw is Brady. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up. But it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play. On
2nd and 9, Lance. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Throwing his lance on third down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now Brady. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. That's Azeez Al-Shaair getting through for the sack that time.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. McLeod to return it. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run the option. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Little read option, the end result, the first down, so a good read.
And the way teams are running it nowadays, they've added variety to it. You know, the original way was you read the defensive end. If he crashes down, you pull it and you go. Now they may not even block that person, may end up reading the linebacker, may read the cornerback. Just depends on how they want to block it up. In any case, this works well for them.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle with a touchdown grab from Trey Lance. And the 49ers have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Gold with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He finds his target. It's Evans. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Airing this one out for Evans. And this is caught inside the 5. But we keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating. But his message there, keep waiting. White. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Again, this is White, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. 3rd and goal. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bucs answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. They do tack on the extra point as well. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
And points certainly not at a premium here. Lance looking to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
They drive some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Here we go.
Here's Lance. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 33 yards that time. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka in pursuit that time, and he gets the tackle for loss.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Lance back to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Lance with a tap forward on a jet sweep. And he's across for a touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against...
And that's caught inside the 30. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Brady. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
One final try now for Brady. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.